Hey, this is Marissa, and I see so many people who are looking for the fairy tale, who've been influenced by Disney, and they're looking for their prince or princess to walk off into the sunset and live happily ever after. And fairy tales do that. They end with, and they lived happily ever after, like there's no work involved in building a relationship. You find someone, and when you found them, that's it. You see, fairy tales cause a lot of problems because they again overexpose us to something that is not real. We have this incorrect, actually harmful belief that you will meet your other half and they'll complete you. But you're not a half, you're a whole. And when you're a whole, you're not looking for someone to complete you, you're looking for someone to grow a relationship with. And here's the biggest problem of all, this belief that your other half will meet all your needs. Well, I'm here to tell you that simply is not true. Imagine you have needs, we all have needs. Your partner can probably meet a third of your needs very well. And another third, you need to meet them yourself. And the third, well, you might have to let them go. Imagine your need is to have a perfect home with white sofas and a white carpet and everything tied away. And you've got 3 kids who like to play football. Often you have to look at your need and think, well, you know, that need just isn't going to work. I need peace and calm. But I've got 2 babies under the age of 18 months old. Sometimes we just have completely unrealistic needs. And you have to ask yourself a question: what is more important, my need or my relationship? I need a tidy house. I love tidy. I love everything put away. It makes me feel great. I have a husband who doesn't even notice he's left all the cupboard doors open, all the kitchen cabinets open. He loves to cook. He's immensely messy. And I realize that his need is to enjoy cooking without me saying, oh, look, you got that on the floor. Why have you made so much mess? How come one tea bag has managed to stay in every surface? So I just had to give up my need to have a really tidy house and to recognize that having a happy marriage with a husband who loves cooking is actually a great gift. And in my relationship, I have to bring it back to, you know, what is more important here? Me and him are my need for order and tidiness, and he has other needs, and I know that I don't meet some of his needs. He loves to go out every night. He's super social. I actually love to chill by sitting on the sofa and watching a movie, and I love watching things like Downton Abbey and Jane Austen, which just leave him cold. And he loves watching documentaries about the history of the world and all kinds of science stuff that I don't love either, but we work it out. Because I understand the third, he meets some of my needs fantastically well. I'm lucky to have him. I meet some of his needs amazingly well. He's very lucky to have me, but we both understand, okay, I have to give this need up. And we both understand that other needs I need to meet. So if I had a need to have a husband go to the gym with me, go shopping with me, that's not him. In my 33 years as a therapist, I have no doubt at all that my clients who are the unhappiest are the ones who are looking for perfect. I've got a list. I want someone who is perfect. I always smile and go, okay, let's imagine you found this perfect person. What you want, what do they want? If they are perfect, don't you think they also want perfect? I recently had a rock star's ex-wife in my office, and that had all gone wrong. She had a lot of money. She said, I need another rock star, but I want one 20 years younger than me. And I went, why? She said, well, I want to be with a rock star. I said, but where do you think that's going to go? You're 20 years older than him. Don't you think you're just delaying the inevitable of having a second marriage go wrong? Don't pick someone 20 to 25 years younger than you. Pick someone that you have shared interests with. Because when you look for perfect, first of all, it doesn't exist. You will never find Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. They don't exist. And in trying to find them, you'll be dissatisfied, you'll be sad, you'll be disappointed. You know what? You'll also be lonely. all of my clients trying to be perfect and find perfect are lonely and dissatisfied, and it's so unnecessary. All you have to do is understand, hey, I'm a flawed person. I can accept I have flaws, and I'm with people who are flawed. And if I was perfect, I'd be lonely, and my flaws make me real. They make me genuine. They make me authentic. And that's a wonderful thing. I always remember one of my clients saying, when I saw my wife, she was walking down the street and her thighs were rubbing together. It was the sexiest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I'm like, wow, I wish every woman fighting for a thigh gap could have heard him say that was the sexiest thing. Another of my clients said, my wife was working out, she had sweat running down her back and all around her groin. It was so erotic. I was so attracted to this girl covered in sweat with wet hair. Who would have thought that? No makeup, working out, sweating, damp hair, red face. And yet to him, that was sexy. So please don't try to be perfect. There is no fairy tale. There's real life, and real life is amazing. You know, the best thing when you know that someone loves you for you, when you're throwing up because you're sick, when you've got a cold and your eyes are red and your hair is matted, and they bring you coffee or tea and tell you they love you, then you know that's the fairy tale. Oh, you love me just the way I am, and I love you. And you'll be having a bad day, and I love you just as much, maybe even more, because your vulnerability makes me want to care for you. And I've worked with many, many models who feel, gosh, you know, I never want to disappoint someone. That isn't really me. Ava Gardner said, every man I meet thinks I'm Gilda. Sharon Stone said, every man thinks I'm Catherine from Basic Instinct. That isn't me. They are always disappointed. So many supermodels and movie stars tell me people are disappointed with me because they think I'm this role. It's not me. But imagine if you don't have to be perfect. You can be you and you're loved. Guess what you don't get? Disappointment. Guess what you don't worry about? You're disappointed in me. When you can be real, no one is disappointed in you, and that includes you. So remember, the key to a great relationship is how well the conversation goes back and forth, how good you are at recognizing each other's needs and meeting as many as you can. The key to a great relationship is, do you respect and admire each other? Do you have sexual chemistry and best friend chemistry? Nothing in there says, hey, are you perfect for your partner? Because they don't even want that. I've worked with models who are left and their partners say, oh, it was like dating a racehorse. It was just so much work. And now my next partner is just real and warm and genuine, and I didn't even want all that drama. So remember, if your relationship now is not working, don't think, well, I better stay in it because I'm looking for the fairy tale. You can always make your relationship better or leave something that really doesn't work and find a better relationship when you stop looking for something that isn't real and become the real, lovable you. You can find someone that loves you because you're you, and you love them because they're them, and then you build this beautiful, flawed relationship together, loving in each other, believing in each other, supporting each other, not having to worry about your thighs or your height or the number on your birth certificate, the number on the scale, the number in your clothing label, the number in your bank account. Those don't matter. What matters is being a real person, finding real love based on being real, and then it will last forever because it's real. If you want to attract real love, the person who is right for you, that knows, by the way, that you are right for them, you absolutely can find and maintain real love. Click on the link below to find out all about my relationship bundle, which will wire in, fire in, and code into you the beliefs that make you appear lovable, that make you know you are lovable. When you know it, everyone else will know it too.